What is up, DeckSmiths? Yes, this is yours truly, Migz, Miguel the Migz. I know it has been months, and outside of letting my own teammates have their own fair share in their deck profiles, the last time I made a deck profile was on White Shorts. And I feel that since then, everybody needs to get a quick update on me. I know not a lot may have wondered where I've been, but I think it's fair that people at least know how I've been doing. So to make everything short, I pretty much lost track of time. Pretty much, I couldn't manage my time due to pretty much being a little mentally stressed out, work, responsibilities, all the other stuff, and I did feel like I burned myself out. Yeah, I had video games that helped me out, like keep my mind like focused every now and then, but I haven't been like, I was completely like burned out mentally and kind of physically there too, but it's not to the point where I got depressed. Do not worry, I did not hit those states. I did not hit that state ever. Thank you for worrying if you are. Also, a lot has been on my mind, so it's just more of a clearing my thoughts, hitting the reset button, and just going in and just try to enjoy life a little bit more. And like I said, I know my last deck profile was my Ruby deck, which there will be an update on that coming soon. Don't worry. I hope you like the mat. I couldn't manage to like keep myself focused, so hopefully this will be the start of going forward with a little bit more in depth. But I might try to maybe keep deck profiling at least maybe once or twice a month. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try a little method, see how it works out. So with that said and done, I hope everybody's having a good day. But with that, in regards to one of the Discord users, I know this is a long way to deck, but here it is. Now, before I get to this deck profile, if you guys have not joined our Discord yet, our Discord will always be in the link in the description below. We are active there, we do take requests, and of course, we do anything that's requested, of course, taking up time. Quick update, I know a lot of us are trying to work back on Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm trying to rework my Blue Eyes, and some other decks coming up. Stay tuned. So without further ado, let's get on with the long-awaited deck of the Broly BR. So it's going to be the Broly swap. It's a once per turn. Choose a card from your life, add it to your hand, against critical. Once per turn, you negate the skill for the rest of the game. When you use this activate main, you get an extra card with an energy cost of 1 and add it to your hand. And then when your life is at 4 or less, untap up to 4 of your energies, flip it over into the monstrosity of Broly, the Awakened Demon. It gains critical as long as you have a Broly BR in play. Red Broly BR. Keep that in mind. Auto, when the card attacks, you draw a card. It gains plus 5k. And then when one of your Broly BRs, red Broly BRs, is KO'd or is removed from the battle area due to a skill, you choose one card from your hand, discard it, and play a red Broly BR from your hand with an energy cost of 4 or less. Really good. One thing to quick note on the swap mechanic, Bandai did update the swap mechanic, and now in order for you to swap to activate the swap, you must have the card in your hand. It's one of those methods in where every time you play a card, you have to show your opponent. You have to show the opponent that you're playing the card before it actually hits the board. It's something that's always been in the game, just that I'm pretty sure a lot of people did not notice that or catch that, but keep that in mind. So now since you have to have the target in your hand, you cannot just free swap. I call for yellow swap Bardock unban soon. Now, to get to the Broly package, we're running our 4 red promo Brolys. Super easy to obtain now. Now they got reprinted. You can even get the alternate arts. And you got your 2 of the OG Broly swaps. To your 3s, you got your 3-drop red Broly. Going into the swap, you got your 4 cost. Really, really good because it adds your markers. It adds a marker to your unison. And you make your opponent choose a card from their hand and warp it for until the end of their next turn. Swap it into this big bad boy. Does the same thing as the 4 cost in terms of adding markers and taking a counter on it onto a unison. The only downfall to this, you have to have 4 energies, or your opponent has to have 3 energies, so that you can swap into the big bad boy. Now with this guy is unique. It's a double striker and a critical. And when this card gets played, you put 2 markers on unison, and you are the one to choose 2 cards from the opponent's hand and warp it until the end of the next turn. And shout out to my friend Jeremy on this one. 1 SS4 Broly. You cannot run the deck without the SS4 Broly. If you don't have it, don't freak out. It's absolutely fine. At the end of the video, I have alternatives in case you want to play this deck and you want to find other options to play for the deck. I got you covered on that. So let's get these Broly packages out the way real quick and finish up with the main deck. So to add the packages along to search them, you got your 4 Paraguses. You can also search your Broly pieces and your 1 cost unisons. Not 1 cost, but your specified cost 1. 4 Bas to search for your Broly pieces, 5 or less. And there's a blocker too. Awesome. 4 super combos. You have the choice of what super combos to use. I like to have more cards in my hand. 2 Furthering Destruction Champas. I want to at least make sure I have this for my leader. 4 Topos. You got to have that little nice negate. Since we no longer have our SS4 Bardock Overrealm dual attacker, we got this guy. There's other choices of Overrealms to use. By all means, experiment with it and decide which one you want. You technically don't have to run this, but hey, it's a critical and it's a critical deck. Why not? Let's go for it. So that is all it for the battle cards. To round up the good old extra cards, you got your 4 Piccolo Jr. Giant, 3 Piccolo Giant Force, and your 1 Piccolo Jr. because it's only limited at 1, but it's still very, very helpful. If you get this card, you can always activate it to draw a card, but your main focus is to get this. Once you get this, get rid of this and play that. That's all you need. Now for the extra cards, I want a little bit more variety to be able to search it. But you got 2 paralysis techniques because it works with a red Frieza army leader. And in case none of you don't know this because you were sleeping under a rock, if this thing for focus, this is a Frieza army. So as you can see, it's a Frieza army on both sides. So come on, focus it up. There you go. There's a Frieza army on both sides. So you are good to go to use this. Negate the attack and then neg everything on their side by 5k. Now, it does not hit barrier, but everything else has a little combo potential. You could possibly knock them out the way. 2 Violent Raids, self-explanatory. Last but not least, the planet Vampa. Now, in case a lot of you don't know, because you were still sleeping under a rock, this was eroded. You used to be able to take a card from your life, add it to your hand, and look at the top 7 for a Broly, or a Ba, or a Paragus, or Goliath, whatever the heck it is. Now, the errata is you have to have 0 battle cards on board. So keep that in mind. If you have a battle card on board, you cannot use it. If you have no battle cards, you can definitely activate it. Normally, playtesting it, you only use it like every once in a while when you need to. After that, you're good to go. So that is definitely it for the whole deck. I know it was a little fast. I know a lot of you guys know what Broly can do. This is a good deck to use. It's still viable even in this coming Z Energy meta. Down the line, it will be updated with the Zenkai series. as long as more support keep coming out. I already have ideas of what can go into the Zenkai deck. A-okay. Options and alternatives to run in there. Obviously, if you cannot access the SS4 Brolys, what you can do is you can take out the SS4 Broly and one Furthering Destruction Champa, and you can add in Fearless Pans for more power and support. Other choices, if you don't want to run Overwhelms, you could take out both the Overwhelms and add in the Fearless Pans. You want to run one further, if you have your hands on an SS4 Broly, but you want to run one Overwhelm, you can take out one Overwhelm and one Champa and add in the Fearless Pans. That's pretty much all that I can recommend. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. There will be more. I promise that the next deck profile coming up that I will update, and I am looking forward to updating, will be my Ruby deck. Without further ado, this is Migz of the DeckSmiths coming back from the dead, signing out. Peace out, and take care of yourselves, everyone.